Right, I think I've managed to finally sort this. Um, so yeah, let me see if I can get these links up, and then we can dive into it. Yes, okay, we got it. Got it. Right, so I think everything should be working okay. So please let me know in the comment section if you can hear me. You can see me. You can see the screen perfectly fine. And then yeah, we can get started. Again, guys, I do apologise for all the faffing. Yeah, TradingView obviously decided to ban us for posting our Telegram link into the thumbnail. So I mean, yeah, they're, like I said in previous, they're just very, very strict on what you can and can't do, which is just a bit too far, to be honest, especially the amount of content that you put out on their platform, and they don't even let you post a Telegram link on your on the thumbnail to the live stream. But hey, hell, we move forward. We've got other platforms that we can do this on anyway. So for the next month, as we are banned from live streaming, posting anything public on TradingView for the next month, what we will be doing is sending the so live streams be sent into the Telegram groups as normal. The market updates, they're going to just be a premium service for the next month. So yeah, you get into the live streams perfectly fine. If you obviously nothing's going to be posted on TradingView, so if you want to be updated, notified, either follow us here on YouTube or follow us on the Telegram group, the free Telegram group. I will post the links to the live streams as soon as we go in. Ryan, morning. I mean, yeah, we're afternoon now. Afternoon. It might be morning where you are, but afternoon here. So yeah, welcome. Please let me know, obviously, in regards to the quality of the stream, the audio, whether I need to turn it down, turn it up. I mean, yeah, it's going to be a work in progress for potentially just the course of today, whilst I just kind of get all the settings right. Obviously, TradingView kind of made everything really easy with live streams because they done that automatically for us. But no problem. We move forward. Yeah, let me know in terms of quality, everything else in the comments, and then I can get straight into it, and then we can kind of just go as normal on these live streams. But yeah, guys, anyone that's joining us, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I mean, if you're in premium, you'll know obviously that live streams would be being done on YouTube from now on, for at least the next month anyway. And then once we get unbanned from TraderView, then we can go from there again. Obviously, change the thumbnail ever so slightly, but yeah. So welcome to the stream anyway. We've got a couple of people in here. We'll just go with it. Yeah, it's been a bit of a stressful morning trying to get a lot of other stuff sorted, as well as obviously finding out that we got banned from doing any public posts or live streams on TradingView, but we move forward. So I think we've got everything sorted in terms of video quality, audio quality, everything else. But if things aren't okay on your side, please let me know in the comment section, and I can kind of take a note of it and then kind of tweak it from now on, just so we can get everything okay for the next month. But yeah, so in terms of Bitcoin, so we haven't been able to send out obviously a market update on our TradingView account publicly, because of the ban, of course. But we've kind of got a price compression here, as you can see. Yeah, so came up, tested this level here for liquidity, got a nice move back down. So yeah, that was very nice. Back into structure. So again, guys, this is looking extremely bearish. Very, very, very weak volume on the rise. So yeah, it looks like we're just going to continue and absolutely slam it back down to the next order block. Now, there is some structure that obviously we need to kind of break through before kind of coming down much further. So you got these two levels here that are going to hold somewhat of support. So yeah, we'll see how things kind of play out if they do decide to break down and out of structure, and how much momentum and volume kind of comes in to make the breaks of these two levels of support. Obviously, it came down to this order block here, tested support, tapped into some liquidity. So it could be the case that we do break through here, come down here and find support again, and then start building some more structure, maybe even potentially range for this next week. But again, we'll have to see how things kind of play out on that forefront. But it does look like we are going to continue down, just very, very weak volume. Obviously, holding that 200 moving average on the 4 hour. And yeah, so about 16,200, there's some more support, and then there's structure at 16. So just a move to 16,200 is going to absolutely see altcoins dump. So yeah, let's see how things kind of play out, but it does really look like, especially how a lot of the altcoins are looking, how they've rebounded. They're not really rebounded that much. Kind of following very similar structure to Bitcoin, as Bitcoin's still continuing to look weak. Yeah, it does really look like we are going to make a further decline in the market, especially after what we kind of got. Tapped into the top level of liquidity, a whole load of supply, and very, very brief pullbacks. This pullback is obviously being done majority over the weekend, which is understandable, as you don't really get a lot of volume coming in anyway. So yeah, this week does look like we're going to continue back down. And yeah, it should give us a lot of very nice opportunities to capture on some big profit. A lot of these altcoins are really starting to sell off. So yeah, let's see how things kind of play out on this forefront. In terms of opportunities, I mean, we're going to try and get some more trades in the pipeline, some more of those altcoins, and then we can kind of go from there. And when the market decides to move, then we can kind of fizzle down. And so those that kind of really do look good, 2 or 3 trades is more than enough. And then we can just kind of analyze them, keep on top of them as they develop, and just cash in on profits as prices move. So dollar index, let's go over to the dollar index. So yesterday it kind of opened a little bit to the upside, and then it just continued coming back down, as you can clearly see, kind of getting a bit more of a price compression. So things are moving up. If we break through this level here at 104.85, that'll be a good sign. We will need to get past it, about 105.1. Then we'll start to really look good in terms of making a push up higher on the dollar index and continuing to basically break down in price in crypto. Let's have a little look at the equities as well. So slightly up on the day, very, very minor, not really changed much. But again, guys, as you can see, weak volume on that rebound. Setting up some structure, kind of compressing. So yeah, it does, again, it also looks like we're kind of going to come and break out. So again, things are looking very, very weak across the board. S&P, again, same structure, really. Kind of compressing, just waiting for volume to start really come in. If we don't start to see this coming in today, presume we'll get it in Tuesday, Wednesday, big money flow days. Let me have a little look at the economic calendar anyway. We can kind of see if we're expecting anything. I'm pretty sure we're not really getting anything until next month anyway, so it's a pretty clear week. Obviously we have got Christmas on the weekends, so yeah, understandably, you're probably going to see a tail off in volume very, very quickly until after that holiday period. Let me have a little look at the economic calendar. So you get kind of UK GDP. You do get US GDP, jobless claims. So you get some labour market data. You get PCE, receive where's core PCE, PCE price index. Yeah, all towards the end of the week this week. So might start the week with a bit of a nice move in the market, kind of fizzle out during the midpoint, entering obviously the data points that we get, and then see some volume picking up towards the end of the week, and then obviously as markets close for Christmas. So yeah, hopefully we get some movement today, tomorrow, fizzle out Wednesday, kind of throughout Thursday, and then start seeing picking up maybe halfway through Thursday and then into Friday, where we get some more US data there. So yeah. Yeah, prices are compressing. We're about an hour away from that New York Open. So you could see a move and break down in prices on that New York Open. Things haven't really moved that much. So yeah, we should see something happening. Let me get some news up anyway. Just that's some background noise. Obviously, we can't really play the normal music that we play on our live streams, just because obviously YouTube will just claim copyright. So we'll play a bit of news instead. I mean, it won't be too loud, but yeah, it'll be good just to keep in touch with what's happening. But yeah, guys, as always, you know the score. Ask us anything in the chat. If you want us to go through any TA on any altcoin, let us know. We're more than happy to do that for you. Um, but yeah, it's just a bit gutting, obviously. Um, we only really started doing the live streams on TradingView for about a month, and then yeah, kind of woke up to a message from the moderators. It wasn't exactly a very happy one, but yeah, we move on, don't we? XMR. Um, so yeah, we kind of obviously moved the stop loss on XMR. It's building on some nice structures you can clearly see. So holding this structure here, failing to break through this top. So yeah, we should start breaking down. It might be the case that we move our stop loss just ever so slightly higher, maybe 147, just because obviously the longer it stays on this structure, the top obviously pushes up as well with it. So we don't really want to be cut out here, ideally. But I mean, yeah, things are looking weak. We should see a breakout to the downside. It came up and tested, obviously failed to break through, tapped into liquidity at this kind of area here where there's quite a lot of orders. So yeah, we should stick to that. It could be the case that we just have it like come up a little bit more, tap into a little bit of liquidity, and then start breaking down again. But yeah, it's looking good for now. So we'll kind of keep an eye on it, see how things kind of develop. But yeah, the market really does look weak, especially on Bitcoin. Failing to kind of push past this level, tapping into liquidity here as well. Yeah, it really does look like we're going to push down into kind of the next levels of support. But yeah, there's some really, really good trades on the cards, that's for sure. Um, yeah, and it really does look like we are going to break down lower. I think that was kind of the test for liquidity. That was quite, I mean, just the wick on the top there. You can clearly see that you got some supply dumped. You got some supply follow through here as well. You just need a slight pick up in volume, and obviously that will kind of come on the potential breakout. But yeah, things are looking good. Things are looking good. So we just continue. We'll continue with what we've gone in with, and then yeah, move from there. Yeah, I need to. Give us 2 seconds. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, let's get back at it. I can put it back. Actually, need to sign into the exchange. Um, but yeah, can you check out Dash USDT? Yeah, of course I can, my man. No problem. Um, to be fair, we don't need to get that up. Let's get. Da, 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 da. Dash was doing some crazy movements not too well a couple of weeks ago anyway. Some very very nice volume coming into it. Um, so yeah, and it did break down very very nicely. Yeah, very very bearish structure, very weak volume. Um, yeah, I mean continuing this structure here, bam 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 bam, and then probably start looking at breaking down, testing these two. Once we lose them two, I mean we're coming all the way down here. Um, some nice volume concentration around here. So yeah, that's kind of your next level of support, really. Let me, yeah, somewhere around this area, and then yeah, there's a lot more downward movement for it to come into. So yeah, very nice trade. I mean, obviously, it kind of this is the start of something starting to turn around, coming up, testing this level of liquidity here at this order block. Um, Finding sensitivity just beneath that 100. So yeah, things are looking good. That's for sure. So if you are short, then yeah, you're probably going to get a very nice payout. Um, yeah, currently holding that to 200 on the 4 hours. So once we break, it's really going to start ramping up on shorts. Um, Kind of in an area that, I mean, if the market kind of sticks to its current prices and slightly continues pushing up higher, you could see maybe a push up to about 44.7 ish at this order block here. But yeah, that's probably as high as it will go. You've got some previous structure of support at that level as well. So yeah, but this is looking very, very bearish, especially with kind of the buy side volume coming in, very weak buy side. At that 200, you should be getting a nice reaction very quickly, and you're not getting that. So yeah, a move down is more than likely to happen. Um, let's have a little look at how much in terms of percentage move. Yeah, I mean, you could easily get 200% profit off that with 20 times leverage. If not, if you set your stop loss literally just above, I mean, yeah, 120. Very, very easy. That'll be a quick move once we start breaking through this level here at 41.4. But yeah, hopefully that answered your question, mate.
Voyager says the deal sets a clear path forward for its customer funds to be unlocked as soon as possible. Voyager collapsed in July. Its assets were set to be purchased by FTX, but that deal crumbled when FTX went bankrupt last month. One of the most expensive and highly anticipated films of the year has fallen short of some estimates.
Yeah, some
Bloomberg
very, very
reports
nice
Avatar
trades on the cards. Yeah, that's for
grossed
sure.
$235
Um,
million dollars
Let me
before
get
therapy in its
this.
debut weekend. Researcher Box Office Pro, though, expected the movie to take in between 145 and 179 million. Global news 24 hours a day on air and on Bloomberg Quick Take, powered by more than 2,700 journalists and analysts in more than 120 countries. I'm Lisa Mateo. This is Bloomberg.
The future came to me today and knocked upon my door, proclaimed himself my ally, and to protect me forevermore. The future was rich and ripe, my partner till the end, an expert, a safety net, a friend. When your trading platform becomes your most powerful ally, wonderful things can happen. Join AvaTrade today. The future came to me today and knocked upon my door, proclaimed himself my ally, and to protect me forevermore. The future was rich and ripe, my partner till the end, an expert, a safety net, a friend. When your trading platform becomes your most powerful ally, wonderful things can happen.
I mean, Solana's looking very, very nice as well. I do like the look of Solana, and I mean, with its price movements, have just been insane.
And aligned
Um,
teams is a competitive advantage. But old and inefficient ways of working are causing unnecessary friction, employee turnover, and frankly, costing companies millions in revenue. Leaders have a huge opportunity to break down barriers and really achieve bigger business objectives. Asana's intuitive and intelligent work management platform can absolutely help.
You will put a woman on Mars. You will be the first chief crypto officer. Because when you subscribe to Bloomberg, you won't just get news. You will get insight into limitless possibilities. Before you change the world, Bloomberg.
We have clear signs that demand exceeds supply in our economy and our labor market. So to me, the question of how high we have to get to is really going to depend on what we see in inflation and this supply and demand imbalance. We're going to have to do what's necessary, again, sufficiently restrictive to bring inflation down to 2%, and it could be higher than what
Thanks, brother. Nailed it. Yeah, no problem, mate. Always feel free to ask anything. That's cool with us. We'll smash out some TA for you. That's not a problem.
The R-Star debate for Lisa Bramlett and Tom King with one of the stars of Wall Street. She is definitive on ESG. I'll try to get some questions in on that after a really brutal year.
But yeah, let's see if we can get anything in this session. Currently at just under an hour before we open up.
You got it very cautious.
Hopefully we can get some downward movement. That'll be fantastic.
Corporations will adapt. How will the corporations adapt to your caution to husband EBITDA and to husband free cash flow?
You know what? I think they're already adapting. And what we're seeing is that companies are spending on automation to replace, kind of expensive labor with machines. And we're actually seeing the seeds sown for a strong productivity cycle. The problem is it takes a little while for all of that to come to fruition. I think companies are
Yeah, I mean, that looks like primed. Yeah, we'll take it down to the lower time frame, see what's happening on the lower time frame, see if we can get some a nice breakthrough. But yeah, we do have some levels that we need to break through before really making a dump in the market. Ethereum, I mean, yeah, even Ethereum's looking very, very weak, extremely low levels of volume. So again, everything's really following the same structure. Yeah, very, very similar structure. Lots of sell side coming down on that leg down, and then very weak buy side coming in on the slight rebound. Kind of obviously building up on a bear flag. So yeah, it really wouldn't surprise me if we just get a huge continuation back down. You're right. Entry was 0.054399 on short. What was that? What was that on XMR? No. Yeah, Ryan, let me know what pair that is. By the way, guys, thank you very much for the likes on the streams. Very much appreciated. Let's try and build this up here on YouTube. I think after this ban on TradingView, I think it's probably best just to start moving our services about. It's just ridiculous, really. OP, but here only. In OP, yeah. I mean, in terms of that, mate. Unfortunately, obviously, it hit our stop loss whilst we were asleep, so there wasn't really much that we could do. Otherwise, we would have moved our stop loss ever so slightly higher. But yeah, again, that looks good as well. So if you're still in it, then just stick to it. Obviously, it's come down a little bit, but yeah, still building on some very nice structure here. Yeah, not a permanent ban. It's just a month. For 1 month. So yeah, we'll slightly bring our stuff back, but yeah, it's not the first time it's happened to us. We had our Telegram link on our charts when we were posting our ideas, and then we were getting banned for that. But it's just tedious, man. Like, the amount of content that we put or I put on the platform is ridiculous. Literally every single day there's content being put out, and they can't even let you put a Telegram link on your thumbnail for your live stream. It's just stupid. And then I can't talk about anything, so I'm constantly kind of on edge and have to like really think about what I have to say. And then obviously people ask you questions in regards to your channel or your services or anything like that, and I can't say anything. So yeah, it's just stupid, especially as well the amount of money that you kind of pay and the people that you get to sign up onto their platform and everything else. It's not worth it. And they don't even give you anything for putting content out. So any open trade so far? Yeah, we've got some open trades. Yeah. Um, yeah, we've got some open shorts. But we will see if we can find something fresh to release here on this live stream. But yeah, we've been short since yesterday. We were playing kind of the moves up and down, mostly down to be fair over the weekend as well. And we cashed in on some nice profit, but we just didn't get too much price action. Prices were kind of really being slow, finding a little bit of support and building up on structure as you can see. So yeah, some of them we kind of placed a very tight stop just because the chances of a potential nice push back up was on the cards. But I mean, it's just been sluggish the whole way through. So it really does look like we're just going to compress a little bit, build up on some orders, and make the next breakout. But yeah, in terms of OP, yeah, OP is all good, mate. Just continue. Just really any sort of crypto is looking fine to go short. The market is extremely weak, especially after that last push down. Yeah, I mean, Jerome Powell came in, can't post any charts for a month. Yeah, can't post any charts for a month. I can't do any live streams for a month on TradingView. So yeah, no public posts on TradingView whatsoever. Our market updates, our recordings that we normally post on our TradingView account, they're going to be simply a premium service. So yeah, only live streams are really going to be a thing, and they will be made here on YouTube. So yeah, either follow us on YouTube to be notified as of when we go live, or follow us on our free Telegram channel where we post a link to these lives. So yeah, but any posts are just going to be simply a premium service, so only premium members will actually get that sent into the group. YouTube's fine. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's sweet. The only problem with YouTube is obviously we don't have that real exposure to kind of the group that we target. TradingView is simply for traders, right? So anyone that kind of joins has got a natural interest for trading, whereas YouTube is a bit different. Obviously, it's got a much wider audience. But yeah, we will, once we get unbanned, we will go live on there. Obviously, we'll change the thumbnail. But I think we'll probably only do maybe one of the live sessions on TradingView. I'm just kind of fed up of having to watch what I say, having to watch what I put on my charts and stuff. It's just too restrictive, to be honest. So yeah, slowly we will just completely move over to a different platform. We will actually maybe start posting posts here and there on our TradingView account once we're unbanned. But yeah, I'm thinking live streams at the very least are going to be fully moved over to YouTube or Twitch. Yeah. So Discord is also good for live stream. Yeah, so our services are going to be moved over to Discord. I've got it all set up, kind of ready to go. Just gotta do some fine tuning, and then yeah, the premium service, free service, everything's just going to be moved over to the Discord channel that we've created. So yeah, we'll also be doing kind of some more live streams just for premium members. So the premium group will have its own live stream channel. So yeah, things are kind of obviously building up. We're going to release some new services and everything else. So yeah, in the new year, once we have a few days off over this Christmas period, it's the only time that we actually get some time off. So yeah, once we kind of get that out of the way, get this Christmas, New Year's period out, when we come back, there's going to be a whole load of new services. Yeah, things are going to be slightly different, and how we operate. Trading course is being recorded, being developed. We've got a website being developed. So yeah, we'll have obviously a trading course there. When you subscribe, you'll get a link. And yeah, it'll be pre-recorded material. You just get a login. Yeah, it sets up your account. And you're good to go, really. And obviously we got our one-to-one mentoring sessions that are kind of taking up quite a bit of our time. Yeah, so we just kind of need to get that out of the way as well. But yeah, things are looking good. We got an NFT project, hopefully coming out in the first quarter of next year. Again, going to offer, well, lifetime members will get instant access to those NFTs and the services that are linked to having one of those NFTs. But yeah, there's going to be a whole load of educational content. If you hold one of those NFTs, you'll be allowed obviously into the Discord channel, live streams, educational content, yeah, just a whole load of stuff. So yeah, we've got a lot of things in the pipeline trying to kind of sort out. So 2023 should be a good year. Just getting things set up for that next ball run, really. So just trying to get as much sorted. Slowly but surely, though. Yeah.
Can we just wrap up 2022 already? Live from New York City this morning. Good morning, good morning. 3-day losing streak on the S&P 500. Trying to bounce back. The countdown to the open starts right now.
Everything you need to get set.
All right, so we're 29 minutes away from that New York Open. And then, yeah, let's see if we can get some volume, get some quick trades in. Let's have a little look if we can get anything in the pipeline. Which one's this one? Be this one. Yeah. If you guys are looking at anything, let us know in the chat. Let's have a little look through them. Sieve something out. So, I mean, again, we're kind of spoiled for choice here. There'll be a whole load of trades that you can take that are looking good.
General consensus is for a mild recession. The Fed is still avoiding the R word.
They lowered the GDP to 0.5. That's as close to recession as they ever get.
A 4.6% unemployment rate projected for next year with no cuts. 4.6 would be a recession.
We've got 75 basis points worth of hikes left in the dot plot.
They will likely engineer recessions.
That will be needed to bring inflation back to 2%.
The labor market will be crucial. It all comes down to inflation.
I think it was, yeah, I mean, yeah, that's not nice, is it, that wick? Luna C is a good potential. I know XRP was also looking quite nice for a short. Let me move this just so I can get things up. But yeah, I mean, look at that. Just came perfectly down to this order block here. Bam. Looking like it's going to continue down. Very weak buy side. Very, very weak buy side. Got another order block just here as well. And then we're kind of moving to previous structure and support. Just here. So, yeah, we'll see where we go. I know XRP was looking good for a short, that's for sure. Yeah, see. So we had a triple top formation, bam, 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 kind of price compression as well. Broke down heavy, weak buy side, then started moving back down. Yeah, made one last final push, tapped into some liquidity, got some sellers involved there, and then just absolutely broke through. So, yeah, this one is looking good to move down, and it's actually continued moving down, even though some of the other alts have actually kind of pushed up a little bit higher. This one here is just continuing to come down. So, It's probably not even a bad short from here. Literally just set it extremely tight, and then just play it to the next structure down here, really. You either got one level or two levels, but I think that is the trade to take. Go for the breakout. Yeah, let's go for it. Kind of got a double top. It's looking very, very nice. 1, 2, bam. Set stop just above, nice and tight. Good to go. Let's do it. Yeah. So guys, if you're listening, we're taking that short on XRP.
That's the CPI outlook, rather, Matt. Can we talk about the growth outlook? Jobless claims were at 211, Matt. 211,000 Thursday morning. Matt, what are the signs that you think we're heading into recession here?
When jobless claims go up, it's a great leading indicator. But when that goes up, it's too late. The Fed is already going to be behind the curve on that pace. And right now we're starting to hear the layoff announcements are coming in.
All right, let's get it.
The jobs data coming out is showing that layoff announcements are picking up. But you're right.
Let's go. Let's go. By the way, guys, thank you very much for liking the stream. Obviously, if you do enjoy it, please do like. Please give us a follow. Very much appreciated. I mean, yeah, things kind of moving forward, especially into the new year. It looks like we're going to slightly divert away from TradingView and start building our other accounts up. So, yeah, YouTube is definitely going to be one of them, just because it allows us, obviously, to go live and say basically what we kind of want to say. So, yeah.
Hold up a little bit better than this big recession that Matt is talking about. But we still don't know how many lag effects we're going to have from all the rate hikes of 2022. So I think that's also why I don't expect the Fed to hike as much as what they're trying to tell us today. We're getting to the point
You're right, mate. How you doing, mate? You okay? Yeah, we're simply on YouTube now. TradingView banned us for posting the Telegram link on our thumbnail. So why are you targeting that area in specific? What do you mean? What area? I kind of forgot what I said. So yeah, let me know in the comments, and I can answer that. But yeah. Oh, are you on about the trade? Is that what you're on about? Your TP on XRP. I'll show you. Previous structure here, mate. So that's nice and easy. Take profit just here, and then you got your previous structure. So you can either go for one or you can go two. Again, I'm not staying in the trade. We've got other shorts open, so yeah, this one more than likely just to go in and out quick time. Either to that low or to this one. So you can go a little bit further as well. You can add some take profits at these two lows here. But yeah, just want to get some shorts into intraday trades, cash in some profit quick time. I mean, if it really does slam it, it could come all the way down there. But I'm happy to take profit just at either these two levels. Yeah, we'll go for this one. Still a 5% move, 20 times leverage, 100%. I'm more than happy to take that, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, some of the trades are very, very, very nice and appealing. Going to see a very nice move in the market, that's for sure. Yeah, things are looking, I mean, as you can see, we're kind of breaking out on me.
still looking for a 5% earnings growth. We think that's unrealistic, given even a shallow recession. On average, a recession brings earnings decline of 25 to 30%. We are down about 4 to 5% off the peak. So earnings were really brought forward here over the last couple of years, and you just saw a massive earnings growth environment because of so much fiscal stimulus. Well, when you remove that fiscal stimulus and you add higher cost of capital, well, that's going to hurt the earnings picture. The central banks are almost being the Grinches.
Liked and sub. I love it, mate. Thank you very much. Yeah, also, we'll get back to you in the Discord. I mean, yeah, it's just been a bit of a crazy morning trying to get all of this stuff sorted. But we're here. We've done it. So, yeah, we can move forward. Yeah. Get that set up. Looking all nice. Ready for that first quarter. But yeah, some crazy trades, yeah. Premium are definitely going to be having the time of their life right now. Let's have a little look at OP. Still slowing. Solana's ready to go. Yeah, I mean, just things are going to start to really break down heavy. Yeah, looking good. 20 minutes away from that New York Open, guys. 20 minutes. Do I trade US 30? In terms of equities, I don't really touch equities too much. Yeah, but I can take a look at it. That's not a problem. We did use to trade. Equities. But yeah, let's have a little look. But I mean, as you can see, obviously all equities are just looking ridiculous right now. Yeah, I wouldn't really touch this right now anyway. I'd wait for a potential breakout here. But I mean, yeah, across the board, equities are looking very weak. There probably is a bit of a move, potentially come down here, test, rebound a little bit, and build up some structure, move back down. But again, yeah. Got some volume there, some structure here. This level of support is most likely to hold. Just this one here. If prices do break down, come down here and test that. That's probably where you'd be looking to take profit. If we manage to break through the structure. Yeah. And that's on the daily, obviously. So if we move down and have a little look, yeah. I mean, it looks like we're coming down, doesn't it? Built on some structure. Probably going to compress a little bit. Bam. Let's have a little look at the dollar index, what's doing on that side.
BT's number one with regards to Jim Paulson. I'd like to echo that sentiment. Tremendous guy, absolutely legend. And number two, SD Dweck, I'd like you to have the final word on this.
Well, I have to agree on the second half outlook and on the full year. Everyone seems to be in agreement that yields have probably peaked, and that's supportive for the bond market. And it certainly feels like an easier allocation to make today than going back full into equities. Now, whether you average in over the next few months or you wait hoping for another low in the first half of the year, it sounds like Matt agrees that we are going to have a more constructive year for equity markets over next year. And if inflation comes down, that means the market, the market is a forward discounting mechanism. They're going to start to price in that Fed pause, even potentially a Fed pivot, since the market refuses to price out those Q4 2023 rate cuts. And that ultimately will be supportive for equity markets.
It's supposed to be the anticipatory asset class. We'll have that conversation with Mike Wilson of Morgan Stanley. SD Dweck, Matt Miskin sticking with us. Yields breaking out this morning on a 10-year by 8 or 9 basis points. On a 10-year right now, 357 at the front end. The 2-year up by 4 basis points, getting back to 422. And equities rolling over now, basically unchanged on the day. On the S&P 500, the open about 16 minutes away. Coming up, China pledging to boost its economy.
In the first quarter, we may still see quite weak economic growth, but from second quarter, if the macro policy continue to be supportive, we may see a rebound of activity.
That conversation up next.
How long have I been trading? Probably like 9 years, going 10 years now. Yeah, it's been a long time. Mostly crypto. First like 3-4 years were forex, equities, and then kind of mostly commodities. Trading quite a lot of crude oil. And then just made the move over to crypto and just kind of stuck at crypto for the majority of that time. So yeah, but it's been a while now.
People are always talking about the future of work, but we're living in that future. Collaboration enables teams to respond much faster and act more decisively. By adopting the right technology, leaders create structure for their organization and empower their workforce to achieve key objectives. It improves efficiency, employee morale, and reduces quit rates. So, in the long run, technology is really everything.
In the first quarter, we may still see quite weak economic growth, but from second quarter, if the macro policy continue to be supportive, which is also kind of confirmed in the Central Economic Conference, we may see a rebound of activity. The policy pivot, both in terms of COVID control and also the property sector, those are very important.
China shifting its focus towards boosting the economy next year. The country's top leaders hinting at pro-business policies. This coming amid growing suspicion China is hiding the true cost of reopening. The country reporting only 2 deaths since COVID-0 was abandoned earlier this month. Team coverage, great panel here. Joins us right now, Bloomberg's Alan Wan in Shanghai, alongside Damien Sassoon here in New York. Alan, first to you. Can you just give us an idea of what's happening across the country right now?
Well, here in Shanghai, we're experiencing, just a wave of infections, just like in Beijing. But the most interesting thing is, like you just said, that right now there's only been 2 deaths reported over the weekend since the end of COVID zero, and it's kind of hard to hard to fathom, given what we're seeing on the ground ourselves, what other Western media has been reporting, and the history of other Western countries that have higher vaccination rates and the number of fatalities they had, in similar circumstances. But going to that Beijing sanatorium, we actually went to visit today, and there were tons of police and security guards outside, sort of blocking media from coming in. And this comes after the Wall Street Journal reported on Friday that they saw, like, well, they were told that from an employee that they were getting 200 bodies a day arriving every day, up from like 30 before. And also FT reported last week that they saw like 30 bodies being cremated a day. So you have all these these reports from Western media, and they're interviewing some staff who work in the sanatorium. That sort of flies in the face of what we know. So that begs the question: what's going on right now? I mean, basically, the government is trying to sort of play down the number of deaths, because it's been trumpeting how it's been able to, like, keep fatalities at a very low rate, showing the superiority of the common system. And right now, since the end of COVID zero, basically they're trying to sort of move the definition around. So we're hearing that officials are right now trying to narrow the definition for what is a COVID death, attributing it to other symptoms.
There's certainly a disconnect right now between the reports and the data we see.
Right, let's see if we can get a breakdown. 9 minutes out.
An idea of how this reopening is going to go over the next couple of quarters.
Well, I'll give you some numbers. 5,200 deaths. That's the official tally of deaths in China since COVID started back in 2019. By comparison, by the way, China's got, 1.5 billion people. The U.S., 330 million people, 1.1 million deaths. So it's the way it's being counted, obviously. And they just changed, as Alan was alluding to, the way they count a COVID death right now, right? They changed that on December 6th. So forget the numbers. The numbers are meaningless. If you just look at Hong Kong, which has 7.4 million people, they already have, 3 times the amount that China does in terms of deaths that are reported. I think we have to focus on what's going to happen tonight, right? We got to focus on what came out Friday out of Beijing, the Economic Work Conference. They want to, stimulate the economy. They want to stabilize the property sector. And we'll probably see the 5-year LPR come in about 10 basis points tonight. That's basically designed to help the property sector, to help lending to the property sector, which, as we all know, is considerably this year, and that's the canary in the coal mine, in my opinion.
Easier said than done. Seems to be the conclusion here, gents. Damien Sasser, Alan Wang, to the both of you, thank you. I want to get a final word to John Hancock's Matt Miskin, downplaying the economic impact of China's reopening, and saying the following: the China reopening narrative is not a sturdy bull case for risk assets in our view, given the challenges still to come. Matt Miskin, can you build on that for us?
Yeah, so the cost of capital is going up, and if they're going to need to use more leverage, more debt to stimulate the economy right now, and we think they are going to, then that's going to be expensive, frankly. And right now, the challenges, it's heartbreaking, and to watch, but the markets have already run with this. So in material sectors, the best performing sector in the fourth quarter, energy, industrials. You look at some of the China plays, industrial companies, even the U.S., the ones that are really in more the, kind of backhoe, I can't use an exact stock name, but industrial companies that usually export to China are booming. They're up 40% this quarter. And I think you have to look at that and say you've already come a long way in repricing this reopening, but if it doesn't come in smoothly and the rest of the world raising rates and slowing growth, that's going to probably dampen China growth as well. And so we would trim in the strength of much of the non-U.S. equity market that has just rallied on this news, and redeploy into higher quality, more defensive assets.
Esty Dweck, how are you thinking about this story?
We've clearly priced in a lot of the good news and a lot of the reopening expectations for China. So we've seen a massive rally in the last couple of months, and that for now might be a little bit played out. But I don't think China can afford to have weakness in terms of the health side, and we know the reopening is going to be complicated, as as it was just mentioned on the show. So they're going to have to show commitment to growth, to the real estate sector. They're moving away from their regulatory crackdown. And the more we get confidence that that crackdown is ending or that they're serious about these supports for the economy, I think we'll get more confidence in the markets. The Chinese markets are still very cheap on a historical basis, and that suggests there's probably more room higher, but it's maybe not quite as obvious a trade as it was a couple of months ago.
Esty Dweck, Matt Miskin, to the both of you, thank you. Just saving 20 seconds for Damien Sassoon to jump back in on that. Beautiful commercial yesterday, Damien, for football.
Oh.
What a final.
So, you know, Jonathan, this is where Fox really lost me yesterday. As soon as the finals were over, they cut away, Jonathan. They cut right away to American football, which, you know, look, I'm a huge football fan. I'm outward about that. But, I mean, I wanted to see Messi hug his mom. I wanted to see him and Mbappe embrace. I wanted to see him change shirts. We got to see none of that. I was looking around.
You had to change the channel. I had to do the same thing.
I couldn't find it.
Ridiculous. Damien, thank you, buddy. Always great. Coming up the morning calls in later. Morgan Stanley's Mike Wilson warning about a major drop in profits next year.
The future came to me today and knocked upon my door, proclaimed himself my ally, and to protect me forevermore.
Let's see what we can get. 5 minutes out.
When your trading platform becomes your most powerful ally, wonderful things can happen. Join AvaTrade today. The future came to me today and knocked upon my door, proclaimed himself my ally, and to protect me forevermore. The future was rich and ripe, my partner till the end, an expert, a safety net, a friend. When your trading platform becomes your most powerful ally, wonderful things can happen. Join AvaTrade today.
Let's see if we can move down. Should be time for an attempt to break. Yeah, if not, probably coming later on the session.
Live from New York, let's get you some morning calls. First up, MoffettNathanson upgrading Verizon to market perform, seeing an attractive valuation after underperforming its peers. Jefferies upgrading Moderna to a buy, expecting shares to rebound after the company's pipeline opportunities. And finally, Oppenheimer downgrading Tesla to market perform, saying negative Twitter sentiment could become an ongoing overhang. Tesla up by 2.7%. Coming up, much more on Tesla and Twitter with Dan Ives of Wedbush Plus. Morgan Stanley's Mike Wilson sounding the alarm on US profits. That conversation up next.
The future came to me today and knocked upon my door, proclaimed himself my ally, and to protect me forevermore. The future was rich and ripe, my partner till the end, an expert, a safety net, a friend. When your trading platform becomes your most powerful ally, wonderful things can happen. Join AvaTrade today. The future came to me today and knocked upon my door, proclaimed himself my ally, and to protect me forevermore. The future was rich and ripe, my partner till the end, an expert, a safety net, a friend. When your trading platform becomes your most powerful ally, wonderful things can happen. Join AvaTrade today.
Right. Here comes the open. See how it moves the dollar index. Will we go for it? That's the question. It has been sticking to this 200 for a decent amount of time. We'll see. Needs to hold this structure here and then start to ramp up for a potential breakout. So ideally here and then push up. If we start breaking down again, then yeah, we're coming down. But I mean, for now, it's not looking too bad. Not looking too bad.
Hi from New York this Monday morning. Good morning to you all. 3-day losing streak on the S&P, trying to bounce back by not even a tenth of 1% on S&P 500 futures right now, up by 0.04%. On the Nasdaq at the moment, up by almost a tenth of 1%. On the S&P, 2 weekly losses. Can we snap that streak? There's the opening bell, switch to the board and get to the bond market. Yields look a little something like this. On the 10-year, up 8 basis points. The yield this morning, 355.89. In the FX market, euro dollar holding on to 106, just like the 10 years, just about holding on to 350. 106.10 on euro dollar, up by 0.2%, and crude 75.71, approaching 76, up by 1.9% on the session. 20 seconds into the opening bell, we are completely unchanged on the S&P, and I have to say on the Nasdaq, almost completely unchanged as well. One stock to watch at the open this morning, Tesla, and that stock is not unchanged. Elon Musk asking users in a Twitter poll whether he should step down as CEO, with more than 57% of the participants favouring his resignation. Ed Bladlow on the West Coast with more. Morning, Ed.
Yeah, good morning, Jonathan. I mean, I've made a request for comment to Elon Musk. I've written to him to ask if he's going to follow through with this. He has not responded. Some of the other key names involved as well, we've written to and asked them if they're being serious in their offers to take over the role of leading Twitter, and of course we haven't had any response. We're up 2% on Tesla. I point out this is a stock that was down 8 of the last 10 sessions as of Friday's close and was trading at a 3-week low. Also a gain of 1.5% now, John, is nowhere near sort of some of the positivity and exuberance we saw in the pre-market. It was interesting, the New York Times reporting in the last 24 hours that Elizabeth Warren wrote to Tesla's board over the weekend, raising concerns that Musk's actions and leadership at Twitter had been harmful to Tesla investors. As you and I have been saying for days and days, I have a sort of sense of deja vu. Many retail and institutional investors voting with their feet, of course, and clearly they wanted some resolution to this. I would also just finally point out, John, that Musk did say in the heat of the battle with Twitter when he was trying to walk away from the deal that were it to go through, he had always planned to only temporarily lead Twitter as CEO and find someone in the long term. But he's now also tweeting that that person does not exist. That person, no one wants the job that's actually able to keep it alive, are his words. So one to watch.
Ed, we're going to have a longer conversation about this in about 10 minutes. Looking forward to it. Some Tesla bulls are happy about this, including Dan Ives of Wedbush. We're going to catch up with Dan Ives in about 15 minutes' time on this programme. Looking forward to that as well. Another stock, Meta, hit with antitrust charges. The EU Antitrust Commissioner expressing concern over its marketplace service, writing, quote, Facebook users have no choice but to have access to Facebook Marketplace. Abby has more. Hey, Abby.
Hey, John.
Alright, yeah, things are looking like they're going to start to come down. See whether we can break through this previous structure here. If we manage to break through it, then yeah, trades are looking good. Again, if we continue to hold, then probably going to push back up into structure, tap into small liquidity, then make a move down. But at the moment, yeah, we're failing to obviously break through. Kind of getting a little bit of a price compression there. So let's see how things kind of develop. But yeah.
Abby, when does tech get a break? When on earth does it get a break? Abby, thank you. I want to head back over to Ed Ludlow, who mentioned that letter from Senator Warren to the board of Tesla. Ed, can I come back to you on that? Because I think we need to do that.
Come on, then.
Well, I think Senator Warren is trying to find out where Elon Musk's priorities lie. From the reporting we've seen, of course, her interest is probably in the everyday investor. But as you and I discuss very regularly, the retail investor is not just a key holder of Tesla shares, but a key part of the story. The mega bulls are those that have owned the vehicles. And in her letter to the board, she basically points out, has there been harm done? If you look at the performance of Tesla shares since October
Right. Yeah, we should be moving down.
100, which is basically flat. Tesla's down in excess of 30%. The S&P 500 down, I think, around 17% in that time. Again, John, all I can tell you is that I wrote to Tesla's investor relations team because there's no mechanism for me to write to a press team. That doesn't exist, and Tesla's IR team has not responded. But I basically said, what is Tesla's and the board's reaction to this letter? Do you agree with what Elizabeth Warren is outlining, that harm has been done to Tesla shareholders?
Come on. We need a move. What's happening over here? Kind of holding as well.
Here are some dates for the diary. January 6th payrolls. On the 12th you get CPI. In January, day after earnings season really kicks off. The 13th, that's when you get JP Morgan. Mike Wilson of Morgan Stanley thinks it's all about earnings in early next year. This is what he had to say. Rates and inflation may have peaked, but we see that as a warning sign for profitability. A reality we believe is still underappreciated but can no longer be ignored. Mike Wilson, I'm pleased to say, joins us right now. Now, Mike, I couldn't ignore this in the note, and thanks for being with us. When you mentioned 2008, I think you get everyone's attention. You said this: we offer further comparisons to August 2008. Mike, can we start there? What are the comparisons between now and back then?
I'm really liking that buy side. Let it play out.
Trying to put forth is that our earnings model, which as you know we spend a lot of time focused on, the spread between our forecast now and what the consensus is modeling for next year is as wide as we have seen since the summer of 08. Okay, so in other words, we're looking for an earnings recession that could be as big of a surprise to the market as it was in 08. Now, what we're not looking for, and I'll make it perfectly clear on this, is a balance sheet recession, a systemic risk fall off like we saw in the fall of 08. So it's very distinguished, but it doesn't mean that there's still not a lot of price risk here. Okay, this is where we think we're out of consensus now and where we have high conviction. So a year ago, it was really about the Fed and the normalization of rates, and now this is the second part of our thesis, as you know well. The ICE part is now really kicking in, and there's this sort of presumption out there from our conversations with clients that everybody knows that earnings are going to be bad next year, and the market's already priced it. And we're just putting this warning out for folks who assume the market is omnipotent and it knows this. The market typically doesn't
these types of earnings declines before they happen. So that's the risk now. If we're right, okay, we have conviction in our view. We could be wrong about that, but that's our work. And we think that this rally that we've had, which we identified and then got out of 2 weeks ago, we think that the technical price action last week was confirmation that that rally is not only over, but it's about to exert itself on the downside again in a meaningful way.
Mike, can you explain what's behind that conviction? These are earnings for the quarter we're in right now. This is 4Q to be reported in the first quarter next year. What's behind that conviction, Mike? What do you see that's developing that maybe other people are missing?
I don't think I see anything that's that different, John. It's just the way we put it together. So remember, our forecast I'm talking about is for the next 12 months. Everybody focuses on this quarter, but the market doesn't care about this quarter's earnings. It never does. It cares about what's going to happen over the next 12 months. That's what the market really focuses on and tries to figure out. In our model, we've got 30 years of history of this thing. It does a really good job of using data that's already out there, mostly top-down data. Some of that's survey data, soft data, as we like to call it, that leads to hard data. And the R squared on this thing is 80%, so it doesn't mean it's infallible, but it's pretty darn close. And when the spread is this wide, you really want to pay attention to it. When the spread's 5%, it's like that's kind of noise. The spread's 25%, so that tells us that this is probably not in the price.
Are you expecting to hear this in the guidance then pretty early on in earnings season, Mike? You know how the arc of earnings season works. The banks go first, then you hear from the tech players a little bit further down the line. Where would you expect to hear this guidance in the arc of earnings season as it kicks off in mid-January?
That's what's different between the fourth quarter reporting season and the third quarter. And this is one of the reasons we backed off our bearish view in October, was we said, look, we're not going to get capitulation on 23 forecast because there's no incentive for companies to guide on 2023 in October. However, now as we start a new year, right, they're compelled to say something because if they don't say anything, then people lose confidence that they know what's going to happen. So I think there's a much higher likelihood that companies acknowledge what we already know and what they know. Okay, companies do know that things are getting rough out there. You look at corporate confidence. This is one of the things we compared in the note today. CEO confidence is as low as it's been really in history. So that tells you their confidence level about next year is not particularly great, and that should come through in the guidance in January, February, more so than it did in the last couple of quarters when they're not compelled to talk about the 12-month outlook.
Mike, I'm interested in where you think the earnings story may hold up. We caught up with Bank of America's Savita Subramanian a little bit earlier this morning. She had this to say in a note she put out in the
all right then, yeah, lovely. Things look like they're going to start turning around. You got the dollar index pushing up higher. So obviously had a little bit of a push up, tapped into some liquidity. So we'll see how things kind of play out. But yeah, worst comes to worst, we get a little bit of a push back up, tap into liquidity, and then make a much larger move. So it's looking good. So we'll continue holding our positions throughout the course of today. We'll manage them. We shall be back for the New York close, 8 p.m. UK time. Again, guys, if you're not following us here on YouTube, use the link just below in the description to follow us on the free Telegram channel, where we will send obviously the link to the streams on there. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me. Let's see whether we can get something out of it. India. We'll touch base later on this evening. Cheers. Thank you.